13 News Now begins with breaking news.
That breaking news is out of Hampton. A man is dead after an accident involving his snowplow.
Yeah, police tell us 75-year-old Barry Hale was hired as a private contractor. He was clearing snow today from a business parking lot on East Pembroke Avenue in the Buckrow Beach area. Around 12:30 this afternoon, something happened and there was an accident with his snowplow, injuring him. He later died. And 13 News Now reporter Megan Shen is working the story, and we'll check in with her at 5 o'clock. Well, the blizzard of 2018 has reared its ugly and frigid head. Now the 7 cities are covered with a frozen mess. Just look at how the snow has fallen in parts of our area.
This storm transformed Norfolk, Hampton, Newport News, Virginia Beach and other areas from bustling cities to icy ghost towns. But what is next? Evan is tracking the latest conditions sticking to Hampton roads. Evan.
That's right. Well, the snow is going to be replaced with some very cold air, some of the coldest air we've seen in several years. We're talking wind chills that will likely be below zero in spots tonight, and temperatures in the single digits. Right now, tracking still some snow showers up across the eastern shore, the last area to see the snow falling. Here's a loop over the past 3 hours. So storm exits off towards the north and east. Still some snow showers up across the middle peninsula, northern neck, and the eastern shore, and some blowing snow in other places. So you'll go outside, there still will be some snow hitting you in the face just because of those gusty winds. Some fairly light to moderate snow from Cape Charles up to Martin's Siding. Picks up a little bit more over towards Tangier Island, Saxus, Onancock, up through areas of Accomack County. But the temperatures are very, very cold out there, and you can see the snow-covered ground out along the Virginia Beach ocean front. Temperature right now 28 degrees in Williamsburg, Newport News 29 in Norfolk, 26 in Virginia Beach, 28 in Chesapeake, and 29 in Elizabeth City. And a couple of the sites we're not getting any reports, likely because the power is out in some of those spots. So what does it look like for the rest of the evening? Well, here's what it looks like on the eastern shore. We've got the snow out there, and we'll continue to look for temperatures in the mid-20s at 5 p.m. But notice by 11, we're down into the teens, and those wind chills already in the single digits. And with the clear skies, the snowpack, and those winds, it will feel even colder as we go through the morning hours tomorrow. I'll have much more on that in the 7-day forecast, which includes some temperatures in the 50s coming up in a few minutes.
But this is like the longest power's out.
Residents at an assisted living center in Virginia Beach are out of the dark and cold. Crews from the Virginia Beach Fire Department took some of the Luther Manor residents to another location.
13 News Now reporter Stephen Graves has the most up-to-date information on this power outage.
Hey, Regina, Janet. Yeah, we just witnessed about an hour ago the fire department rescuing about 12 different seniors here. If you take a look behind me at Luther Manor, the front doors show it all. It's just dark inside. And the fear here are those historic lows and the temperatures that Evan talked about. And the fire department wanted to get people out who wanted to leave. But let's take you to some video earlier. Art Kahn with the fire department, he tells me that power went out here around 3 or 4 in the morning. That's more than 12 hours without power, and of course that means no heat for these seniors. Now also, this is what the fire department did. They came in, they brought a big bus, they asked who wanted to leave. Like we said, 12 said they wanted to come out, so slowly but surely they came out. They went to Lansdowne High School in Virginia Beach, where the city has set up a shelter there, but this has proven to come up and have its challenges in the process.
There are some, challenging logistics because some of these people are in wheelchairs or otherwise not ambulatory, so we have to find a way to get them seated and get them onto the bus and then get them off the bus.
And so back out here live, there are family members that are picking up the people who didn't necessarily want to go to that shelter, but there are also some people who said they want to stay. We'll talk to some of those coming up in the next hour. Reporting live in Virginia Beach, I'm Stephen Graves, 13 News Now.
All right, thanks, Stephen. We will keep an eye on them. Well, thousands are still without power tonight, and Dominion crews are racing to get the lights and heat back on. Right now, the goal is to get everyone back online by 5 o'clock tomorrow night, but crews are on the scene and they're making repairs right now. 13 News Now reporter Laura Geller gives us the details on what is happening.
Well, Regina, we are here in Virginia Beach where Dominion crews have been working to restore power to the thousands of people who are in the dark and in the cold right now. The crew that we followed around today worked on issues like you see behind me. You see right here, this is a downed power line. And the Dominion spokespeople tell us the hardest hit areas are in Norfolk and Virginia Beach and Chesapeake. And they're dealing with things like downed power lines and crossbars that are broken. And the people around here say they are thankful that the crews are working so hard, but Dominion spokespeople tell us that while it's difficult for you all to be out in these conditions, it's challenging for the crews who are working hard for you.
It takes time, and working in these conditions for extended periods of time takes a lot out of you. They're used to it, they're willing to do it, they do a good job, but they need to take their time so they can make sure that they do it safely.
And Dominion actually ahead of time called in crews from Northern Virginia and Central Virginia to make sure they had enough boots on the ground. And a spokesperson tells me around this time, right about now, they should be getting the estimates out for when people should have their power restored. And again, they're hoping to have power restored to 85% of the affected people by 11 o'clock tonight. We are live in Virginia Beach tonight. I'm Laura Geller for 13 News Now.
All right, well, as Dominion Energy works to restore power to thousands of homes and businesses in our area, the Outer Banks is having a lot of outages as well. More than 16,000 customers are in need at this time. Crews are on the scene and making repairs, and please report any fallen power lines and stay at least 30 feet away of anything touching them. Report and check outages at dominionenergy.com or call 1-866-DOM-HELP.
Right now, every school in the 7 cities is closed through tomorrow. Stay with us for the latest school delays and closures across southeastern Virginia and northeastern North Carolina. They are up to date on air and online.
Breaking news out of Chesterfield County, where a girl was killed while sledding. According to police, the child was sledding down a driveway today when she slid into the path of a pickup truck. That truck hit her and stopped. Medics rushed the little girl to a hospital, but she died. And this story is still developing. Such a tragic story. And we'll continue to follow it and update you as we learn more.
Well, as we have been saying for days now, if you don't have to be out on the roads, do not go out, and please do not try to text while you're driving out there on those treacherous conditions. This is a live look at our traffic network right now. VDOT is bringing in extra crews to try and clear the streets. The agency has added 66 trucks from across the Commonwealth to help with the non-stop plowing effort. The Tiger teams are made up of almost 200 VDOT workers and nearly 100 pieces of VDOT equipment.
All Hampton Roads transit services are suspended for the rest of the day and tomorrow. The transit system shut down at 10 o'clock last night, and the service will have updates on GoHRT.com and on social media. If you have any direct questions, feel free to call 222-6000. There is no word yet on whether HRT transportation will run tomorrow. 13 News Now will have all the latest updates on when you'll be able to catch that next ride.
Stay home, make some soup, watch 13 News Now. But if you have to go out in these conditions, please be careful. We have some tips for you if you're going to be out on the road. First of all, increase your following distance. Great idea there. Accelerate and brake slowly. Make no scheduled movements. Again, do not text and drive. If you find yourself in a skid, stay calm and steer into that skid. And that is our last tip. Janet.